There we go. Good to go. Okay, here we go. Let's just hit my timer. Let's change those intervals back to where they belong. 45. Here we go. Okay, while we're walking, let's do some shoulder stretching. So if you do just shoulder circles, just make sure your hand is facing out. Whee. Door. All right, now do a shoulder roll. Shoulder roll. There we go. You can walk if you want while you do it. Okay, let's do a side-to-side tap. Okay. Still shoulders, right? Whee! Can't even read my own writing. That's hilarious. Okay, let's warm up those hips if we can. We're gonna do a circle down. Circle down. What the heck does that say? Saying my internet's unstable. Hang on. Dang it. I hate this. It's so annoying. Here we go. You try and you try, I tell you. Here we go. Okay, sorry about that. Let's keep doing those hip circles. Woo! And keep your balance. There we go. Oh, actually feels good. My hips are tight. All right, let's get those knees up. And just want to see who's all here so I know what adaptations to add to you. Get those knees up. Boo. We're just warming up. So if you want to do jumping jacks or anything that's going to get that heart rate up, we are going to do a lot of core and upper body today as well. But this is just a quick warm up. All right, so let's do heel taps. You can tap it like this, or you can jog it. Or you can just kick. Either way, let's get those feet up. Oh, I like this one. This one's definitely warming up my body. All right, woo. Okay, let's do speed skating. So tapping behind, step to the side, tap. Here we go. You want to add a little ankle touch? Go for it. Act like you're jumping over a mat. Just take the biggest step you can to the side. If you're gonna do low impact, biggest step you can behind, all right? If you're just doing low impact, pick up the pace, go faster. Here we go. Touch that ankle if you like. Make it extra, extra. Woo. So let's do a quick burn, warming up that body a little more. All right. Just want to get that heart rate up, okay? So, gonna have a sip of water. Let's do some more. We're gonna start with some squats. Now, Let's do a squat, then lift that arm, or leg, lift your leg out to the side, okay? Here we go. I'm gonna reset my timer. Seem a little disheveled today. What the heck is going on? Squat, leg lift. Squat, other leg. You know, when you do this, you're actually strengthening that muscle above your butt cheek. It's called your gluteus medius. When you do that leg lift, it's kind of like our love handles. You can call it. That's what we're doing when we do the leg lift. If you want, you can add weight to your body. Make this a little more challenging. Oh, ho, ho. Wee, wee, wee. Here we go. Jog it a bit. The next one, we're going right back to those heel taps because we want to, like I said, flush the body out. So heel, you can do it low impact and just tap the heels, or jump her out. Yeah, I'm kind of mean. No. The next one we're going to do, if you want to use a dumbbell, it'll not only get your cardio going, but it will definitely work your core in a standing position, which I'm going to show you. I'm just telling you in advance in case you want to grab one dumbbell and hold it between your hands. 10 seconds. But you don't need it. Only if you want a little extra. So I can put my arms forward. If you're holding a dumbbell here from a side view, you're going to drive that knee forward and then step behind you. So knee forward, step behind. That's what we're doing. Here we go. So you can do that with a dumbbell or just, but I really want you to drive that knee forward and then step behind. This is total core. We're doing single side. Ooh. Getting nice and sweaty now. Glad I opened my window. Pew. I used to have a fan in here, but some people said it made a weird noise. Like it was anyways, it was distracting and loud. All right, marching out. We're gonna do the other side now. So, like I said, put that foot behind, arms forward. Bring your arm down and drive that knee forward like a deliberate movement. Whew. Then we're gonna work our core on a side. This is, oops. See, I'm gonna watch my balance. Focus on driving that knee. Rah, rah. 15 seconds. Whew. All right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, now I'm going to take one knee and bring that elbow up. If you want, you can hold a dumbbell in this hand, right? And we're bringing this elbow to that knee over and over, right? Like I said, you could hold the dumbbell on your shoulder and do it, working a little harder. But I'm telling you, it's not as easy as it looks. If you couldn't do this, you could just jog or do one of the cardio I've already shown you. Or, you know, you could hold dumbbells and slide side to side. Still work your obliques, not your oblique. We're not birds here. We don't have beaks. 2, 1. Good. Now I'm going to do the other side. Like I said, up to you. If you want, you can hold your hands together and drive that elbow off to the side with your knee. Here we go. Or you could hold a dumbbell on your shoulder. I wouldn't recommend doing this with the dumbbell over your head. Not that great for the shoulder, so I would just hold it on my right here, let it rest. If you want. Otherwise, if you need, hold your own hand. Whew. I'm sweaty now, 15 seconds. Whew. Always doing something different every day. Got to keep that body guessing, progressing. Here we go. Good. Okay. Have some water. Let's do it again. One more time. Oh, this water is magical. These magic moments. Love it. I told you, today's all about flushing those muscles out. And then we're going to work on our core and our arms and chest and upper back. So, okay, let's do this one more time if you want. It's a squat side kick. If you want, you could take one dumbbell or two, hold the 2 on your shoulders, or you could hold 1 in your chest. And we're going to do squats again with a side kick. Remember that side kick? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And the side kicks just so we can work those love handles. Ooh. But you could just squat. If you have issues or this hurts in some way, you could also just do a knee lift or a back kick, like kick behind. That feels better. I know you love this. Almost there. 2, 1. Good. Okay. Heel taps. I'm going to keep this dumbbell on my body because I'm just adding weight to it, which makes it work hard. So you could tap your heels gently, or you could jump those heels out. Whew. I feel like I should be playing some sort of Russian music here. Cross my arms. All about loose sweat. Let's get that. I feel like I'm totally burning fat right now. Whew. One more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So remember I said you could have a dumbbell. If you do that and drive that knee forward, you're going to have to bring those elbows down. Otherwise, you could just use your hands. You don't have to have a dumbbell. That's an option. Remember, you're tapping that foot behind you. Whew. Drive that knee forward. Whew. Whew. Watch your balance. About 25 seconds. Switch sides. Whee. It's funny how much my balance is being challenged at this moment. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, and a 2, and 1. Good. Let's do the other side, shall we? Whew. Other leg. 8 seconds. All right. Bringing the other knee forward now. Tap them behind. Drive that knee forward. Super deliberate movement. Oh. What a difference 10 pounds makes. 10 seconds. 5, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, let's do those side ones now. Like I said, you could just hold your hands and bring that elbow to the side, or let's put a dumbbell on that shoulder. Here we go, side. Whee. What a difference. It really makes my shoulder work too. It's all about working those sides, the obliques, and with a little bit of weight, shoulder, and you do have to lift that knee up. So, 20 seconds feels like forever. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Let's do the other side. I'm laughing. All right. Side knee, other side. Here we go. 2, 1. Good thing for that 15-second break. Really try to bring my knee out to the side to meet that elbow. Woo. Almost there. 15 seconds. Woo. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. We did it. All right. I'm going to grab dumbbells for the floor. We are not leaving the floor after this. It's all core and upper body. So grab yourself some water and some dumbbells. We're going to be doing core and then upper body. Core, upper body. Core, upper body. So we will be doing a shoulder drop, which you can do with one dumbbell or two. Then we're going to do a chest press. We're also doing shoulder abduction. That's when we're like this, but we'll be laying on our side. When you do this, super challenging because we're rebuilding our rotator cuff. So you will need a lighter dumbbell for that one. It's actually harder than it looks. And then, dun dun dun, we'll be rowing. So whatever you think you'll be needing for rowing. Okay, so grab your plethora of dumbbells and let's get started. All right. Just gotta move these so I can grab everything I need. And you get a little rest from that crazy cardio we just did. Make sure you get lots of water. That's what I'm doing. All right. So our first movement is quite basic, but we're just warming up the lower part of our spine. We'll be lying on our back doing knee circles. All right, so here we go. On your back, knee circles. I'm gonna move over a bit. Make sure. All right. We're just warming up the spine and so we could do these. Okay, change direction. Do your circles a different way. Just imagine your knees drawing a circle. All right. Just got to warm up that back. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So I'm going to grab one dumbbell and do a shoulder drop above my head. Okay, so for some reason you have shoulder neck issues, just keep that dumbbell on your hips and do glute bridges. So otherwise, glute bridge, shoulder drops. Here we go. Pretty basic. If you're not feeling challenged, you need a heavier weight, or you could hold 2 dumbbells together and do it. Or, like I said, you could be just glute bridging it with 1 dumbbell, just warming up that lower back again, right? Up to you. Here we go. And if you want to, you could do glute bridges up and down while you do your shoulder drop, or just keep those butt cheeks nice and tight. And hold. Whew. All right. Back to core. So we're going to do single side heel taps. I do not want you to change the shape of your leg. So it's like the letter L. If you want to make it harder, you could hold a dumbbell in your hands. Oh, wait, we're just doing one side. Apologies. One side. Try not to change the shape at all. Single side. Almost forgot. I was going to do single side today. Keep that belly button pushed into the floor. Your lower back should be pushed in, and you should not be changing the shape of your leg at all. Always nice 90-degree angle. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, we're going to do the other side, the other leg. Whew. Oh, that beginning sure got me nice and sweaty. I like it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Nice tap. I'm going to, each time we do these rounds, I will be progressing some of the movements. So we're just warming up. We're just getting started. Our next one's going to be a chest press. You can do it in a glute bridge hold or not. You can do it with your elbows out at the side, or protect those shoulders and keep the elbows by your ribs for your chest press. I like to have a glute bridge hold when I do mine, just because I find my shoulders are right into that floor. They don't lift up. 2 and 1. Good. All right, chest press. You can hold a glute bridge or not. I'm going to keep my elbows by my side. I'm going to turn my hip bones towards my face and then lift my butt cheeks up. So now I'm firing those glutes. Here we go. Hinge at the elbow, back down. Watch those wrists. You want them nice and straight. You want to come down to that 90-degree angle. And if you want to work your butt cheeks, turn those hips towards your face. Nice pelvic tilt. So your butt cheeks are being, the bottom of your butt is tucked under. And you'll fire up those glutes. Want to make it even harder? You could be holding one side up halfway through, switch. All right, there we go. Back to core. If you have neck issues, don't do the top part of this. I got my arms by my ears, and I'm going to drop my feet. Now, if you have back issues, I want you to alternately drop your feet. If you want to really challenge yourself, drop the whole thing. Do not touch the floor. Or you could bend your knees and do a reverse crunch. Keep those arms by your ears. I got my shoulders a little bit off the floor with a good challenge. Got about 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Woo! Like I said, you got neck or shoulder issues, you would just keep your upper body on the floor and just do the lower part. And then choose your adaptation. Okay, grab one dumbbell, probably a lighter one. Let's lie on our side. Support our neck. You can bend your knees. Arm on your side, and you're going to hinge up and down. Up and down. If you want, you can add a shoulder press on the side. Bring the elbow down and back to shoulder abduction. This is really strengthening the back of your shoulder, rotator cuff. Or you could just do this if you have really bad issues in your neck and shoulder. You would just do this with your hand and no dumbbell. As you can see, it's actually quite challenging to bring that up in a nice straight way, keeping that elbow touching your ribs, right? Okay, let's switch sides. Whew. I have to stretch this right hip today. It's ticked off, or at least tomorrow. Whee. Where does the time go? I'm always surprised at how challenging it is to lift weight in this way, because my rotator cuff needs strength. Rotator cuff is the back of your shoulder. When that is strong, you can less chance of injury. Like one time I fell down the stairs or slipped, and I grabbed the railing and I actually pulled my shoulder because my rotator cuff was weak. All right, let's do some butterfly lifts. These dumbbells out of the way. So the bottoms of your feet are together, right? I want you to bring your feet up and touch your knees together. Spread them out and touch them. Go back to the floor. Try to keep your lower back from lifting up. So knees together, knees apart, feet are always together. They never change. This is actually a lot harder than it looks. You'll see. We're working that lower part of the core where it seems sometimes is quite hard to get to. So my feet are always together. Bring it up. Touch my knees together. And then back down. They're called butterfly lifts. Good job. Okay, let's roll over onto our tummy. We're gonna do a row. Hands and knees, right? Nice flat back. Whenever you're doing facing the floor like this, you always want to keep those shoulders square. I'm alternating sides as I row, bringing my elbow up, and I'm imagining always that I'm holding a tray of drinks there, so I have to keep my back flat and stable. Woo! See how much time I have. You have to pick the pace up a bit. Woo! So you can get as many reps in as possible. Woo! All right. Excellent. All right. I'm going to go right into a plank. This plank, you can go on your knees if you want to protect your back, but then you got to push your elbows towards your knees and your knees towards your elbows and bow with that back. You will still work your core if you don't want to do a full-on plank. This is the adaptation. Otherwise, plank, but you have to do the same rules apply. You got to push those elbows in and those feet in towards the center. So you're bowing your back, working that tummy. Just checking the timer, 17 seconds. Whew. You know it's a good one when you're feeling it. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. On your hands and knees. We're bird dogging it. Just like this. Now, if you want to work your shoulders, you're going to put a couple dumbbells in your hands. And bird dog. Whew. Otherwise, just use your hands. Whoa. So the next one, we're going to work our obliques. You got two choices. You can go into a plank and do a rainbow hip dip where you tap your hips on either side. Or you can lie on your back and do a penguin. Or you could do a Russian twist. All right, I have to start the timer again. Here we go. It ended on me. Here we go. So, penguin, Russian twist, or a plank hip dip, right? Either way, we're trying to work the side of our tummy. That's the Russian twist. Penguin, just moving my torso side to side, but I do find some people have issues holding their neck up, so that's why you have the option of the Russian twist, or you're in a plank, alternately tapping your hip on the floor, going in the shape of a rainbow. Lots of choices. Good. There. Let's do one more round of that. Now, if you feel like you need to adjust your weights for any of it, now's the time to grab them as we're getting a sip of water. Holy smokes, it's 9:36. Okay. I'm changing these intervals. Where'd all the time go? What? All right. Okay. I changed our interval so we have more time. Okay, shoulder drop in a glute bridge. Let's go. We're going to burn through as many of these as we can. I want more weight when I do this. There we go. All right. Next one are those heel taps. So you can either alternate sides, tap, tap, or you could tap them both at the same time. But I really want you to keep that 90-degree angle, and you have to keep that back pushed in the floor the whole time. If you have challenge with that, then you should go to single side, switching sides. We're gonna fly through these now. Whew. All right, let's go right into chest press with a glute bridge. Here we go. Hips up, chest press. Go in slow motion when you come down. Work those arms. Slow motion as you come down to the floor, and then push up. Slow motion coming down. That'll just work you a little extra. All right. 3, 2, 1. Good. So you can either keep your neck on the floor. Let's hold a dumbbell up or neck on the floor and lower those legs. If you have lower back issues, be lowering one leg at a time. Either way, you're not touching the floor with those feet. Two, one. Good job. Okay, shoulder abduction. Let's do this. Whoop. And you could do a shoulder press if you want, or you could just do this part because it's really challenging when you're trying to strengthen that back shoulder. That elbow does not leave your side. 'All right, let's switch to the other side. Sorry. I think today I just got really excited about doing a lot of stuff. 10 seconds. Whew. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, rolling on my back for my butterfly lifts. So on my back, pushing my lower back in, bottoms of my feet are touching. I'm going to bring those legs up. And then when I get to the top, I'm going to touch my knees together, go back out and lower it to the floor. Up, touch, back out, lower. Don't let that lower back lift up. Just a really creative way to work the lower part of your core. That's what we were doing there. All right, on your tummy. We're doing some rows. Here we go. Row away. I know it's kind of fast paced. It's my fault. I put too much into today. Elbow up, elbow up. Whee! Right. Building that upper body and core today. Here we go. 2 and 1. Good. We're going to go right into a plank, just a plank hold. Here we go. Push those elbows towards your feet and your feet towards your elbows. And like I said, you could drop those knees down, protect that lower back, but I still want that elbow push towards the knees and knee push towards the elbows. So you're bowing the back and really burning that core, but yet you get to protect your lower back. That's what we're doing here. 3, 2, 1. Good. Right onto your hands and knees into bird dog. You can add dumbbells if you want. Here we go. We got one more movement, and that's either penguin, hip dip in a plank position, or Russian twist. Really just depends on your neck or back health, on the one that you choose. Whew. I'm going to do the hip dip one because for me, that's the hardest one. So, might as well challenge myself. Rainbow plank, you can call this too. Or you could just stick to your penguin. That one protects the lower back, but a little challenging on the neck. Or Russian twist. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Whew, here we go. Hands and knees. Cat-cowing it. Tilt that pelvis under. Stretch. Now turn those hip bones towards the floor. Bring your eyes and chest forward for cow. Back to cat. Meow. Probably shouldn't have done that. Now all the cats are going to come for the camera. All right. One more. Cow. All right, let's stretch that inner hammy. I'm going to put my foot out at my side and attempt to go down into a child pose. That is super tight, so I'm like halfway. Sometimes I use my hands just to support, so I don't overstretch that inner hamstring. If you want, you can rock forward and back. It's a good way to stretch. Switching sides. Gotta stretch both sides. Nice. All right. I'm going to move my knees apart and go right into child pose and stretch those hips out and the lower back. Just a win-win. And back up. Well, good job. I hope you're as sweaty as I am. Whew.